Hey guys, it's Kimberly here today. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my very first tattoo, and it is BTS inspired. Also in this video, it's going to have a little story time about kind of just like the little encounter we had in the mix of trying to get this tattoo. So, here we go. So I've always wanted a tattoo. Ever since I was little, I always knew that tattoos were something that I wanted to get. So, in Florida, I don't know how it really is in other states, but in Florida, if you are a minor and you want to get a tattoo, you have to have your parents' consent. They have to fill out a form, and you also have to get a notary to, notarize it. And so, I really didn't want to go through the struggle of having to get a notary and everything, so I just decided that I was going to wait until I was 18. Once I finally reached 18, I knew that my tattoo was soon going to be on me, and I was really excited to get it. At first, I had really mixed feelings about what I wanted my first tattoo to be, but I knew that I wanted it to be somewhere on my arm. For some reason, I always thought that the arms would be less painful than, the ribs or, the foot, because my mom has a tattoo on her foot. She said it's terrible. My cousins have on their ribs. They said it was terrible. So I always thought that the arms would be a better bet. So, finally, my 18th birthday comes around, and I'm super excited because now I know that I'm, an official legal adult, and I can pretty much get whatever I want. So, I waited a couple months, and I really looked through tattoo ideas, and I really kind of just analyzed what I wanted to get. So around this time of me turning 18, BTS had become a really big part of my life and a really big part of the kind of music I listen to now. And so they kind of just I don't know, at first it kind of felt like I was just being thrown into a new culture, and I was discovering something that I really wouldn't have discovered if I was just on my own, so I really thank my friends for that. I thought that I was just gonna be normal, just listen to their music, know a couple songs, and that's about it. But soon enough, I quickly fell in love with BTS, and each one of the boys has a quality that I love so much about them. And I honestly feel so blessed to have them have been introduced into my life, because I really truly honestly feel like they have a really big influence on me, and I aspire to one day be as powerful and as admired as they are, because they truly are admired in many places. But anyway, if you guys are familiar with the album Love Yourself, Her, you know that Love Yourself, Her has the signature flowers that go through each version of the album. I have Love Yourself version O. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I have Love Yourself in the version O, and the flower that's on version O is my favorite flower. Don't ask me what kind of flower it is, because I have no idea. I suck. But it is my favorite flower out of all the flowers in the album. Love Yourself O. So I always knew that flower, I one day wanted to get it tattooed, but it wasn't until a few months ago that I discovered all of the flowers conjoined together. And so I decided, instead of just one massive flower on my forearm, I was going to connect all of the flowers. And so that's what I did. Now I have all of the flowers in the order of their versions. So it's Love, love. And I got it partly because I love BTS and they really have influenced me in a positive way. But also, love yourself and the concept of self-love is something that I've never really been good at, and I've never really truly achieved it. I've always had temporary happiness with myself, and I feel like loving myself has always been something that I've always wanted to do, but have never been able to fully achieve it. And so I feel like this tattoo is kind of just like a reminder of like, you need to love yourself before anyone else, and you need to remember your worth. So that's why I like the order that it's in. It actually like LOVE. And so, and it's on me. So I just have to love me. And so it kind of just represents like self-love and everything to me. But so yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I'll insert a clear picture of the tattoo right now. Yeah, as you can see, that's my new tattoo. It is the first tattoo I've gotten, and yeah. So moving on to the story time. So the day I went to go get my tattoo, or actually backtrack, a couple weeks before I got my tattoo, I went to this tattoo parlor in our local mall, and I asked how much a tattoo about this big would be, and I showed them the reference picture and reference stickers that I had, and they told me, or this one girl told me, that it would be around $100, give or take a few dollars. So to me, that sounded perfect. I was super excited. I was like ready to get this tattoo done, and you know, I was just kind of like, this is what I want. So of course that day I didn't have the money to get the tattoo, so instead I went home and I waited until my next paycheck, which I knew was gonna have enough money for me to get my tattoo and also have money left over. So with that paycheck, I went to the same tattoo parlor to go get the tattoo. However, when I went, the girl who had given me the estimate price was not there. So I had to get someone else to come and look at the tattoo. So keep in mind, this tattoo is really simple. It's lines, and it's not that big. It really is not that big. And so he came to look at that tattoo, and he looked at my arm, looked at the picture, and this man said that my tattoo cost $500. $500. Excuse me? So I was like, pardon? And so he told me that because it was my first tattoo, that he would offer me a discount and bump it down to $350. What a discount. And so then when he noticed that my face was like, what? He bumped it down to $250. And I was like, boy. And so at this point, he noticed that I was not budging, and he asked me how much I wanted to spend. I told him that the last time that I went there, the girl had told me around $100, so that's what I was willing to spend. And this man was like, well, $100, that's only $50 profit for me because the store gets 50%. So you have to really like think about it. Like, I'm really not getting my money's worth. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna walk around and I'll be back. I didn't go back. So I honestly, after that, I was really down because I thought that I wasn't going to be able to get my tattoo. And I thought that I was going to have to wait and save up more money for a tattoo that I was really excited to get. But luckily, that tattoo parlor has various chains here in the Florida area. So after I left the mall, I decided to just stop in at one of their other stores to see what they thought. At this point, I really didn't think that they would lower from $250 because I didn't know what to think anymore. But either way, I went in and I saw this guy and I asked him, like, hey, how much would a tattoo about Yay Big be? This is the tattoo I want, like, how much would it be? To my surprise, he told me $130. $130 is much better than $250. And I had $130 that I could perfectly give to him. So of course, I said yes. I told him about the other guys since they work in the same chains, and he said that that guy usually does bump up his prices for absolutely no reason. And he said that it was absolutely ridiculous that he was asking for $500 and a tattoo that took literally 20 minutes to do. So he told me that it was the best that I left the store and just came over here to ask him. So after that, I did all my consent forms. I got into the little tattooing chair and I started getting tattooed. Honestly, here's what I think. The tattoo pain is tolerable. It is not a pain that'll make you cry, I don't think. Some parts can be a little but other parts are just whatever. Most of the tattoo, in my opinion, feels like a blade going through your skin, which is normal. It's a needle going through your skin, so no wonder. But other parts feel like you've had your hair up in a ponytail all day and you finally let it go, and you know that feeling when you run your hand through your hair? A very nice tingly feeling. Some parts are like that, and then other parts really just feel like an annoying, someone poking you with something sharp. So really it just depends what area he's getting through. Areas near the wrist hurt so bad. Those are like blade going through your skin. Areas right near here also hurt really bad. Areas down here are the least painful. And all of this middle section didn't really hurt that much. But that's pretty much my story. I paid $130 for this BTS inspired tattoo. It is on my forearm, as you can see. It is not that big, but it has a lot of meaning, at least to me, behind it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna start YouTube again, but we'll see. Yeah, so make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and maybe I'll see you next time. Bye.